How do you create fantastic locations, the kind that are as majestic and detailed as they are in the pages of literary masterpieces, the kind that takes the breath away and tempts you to explore deeper? Well, you steal. As a dungeon master, I'm pretty busy. I'm always trying to remember if a tie goes to the attacker or defender, so I don't really have a whole lot of time to be creative. I often take ideas and smash them together, like if Frankenstein was a place. Hold on, I'm going to write that down for later. My first location mixes Dartmoor from The Hound of the Baskervilles with Baba Yaga's hut. I could have gone with a single hut, but one of the aspects of design that I like the most is to make things bigger, more complicated, and more varied. Instead of a single hut, why not a town or a city? Maybe they break off into smaller pieces, or they come back together in defense, or even send out little scouting two-legged huts, like little scout walkers from Star Wars. The city is called Cynefin, which means home in Welsh, and like all words with a Celtic origin, was cursed to be unpronounceable by the English. Cynefin is a city so witchy that its toils and troubles are quadrupled, where cats have their own crossing guards and black masses have their own gravity. It was built as a bastion for witches from all corners of the cosmos to defend against hyper-religious crusaders, or in other words, for goth girls to protect themselves from Republicans. Location 2 mixes the other world of Celtic mythology and the cave of treasure from Aladdin, which of course, for some reason, made me think of cotton candy and spiders. I'm not sure why I thought of those. Maybe my deep psyche equates fairies and spiders. I'm not entirely sure what's going on back there. The Cloud of Wonders is a floating ball of spider silk. It gently soars above the highlands, occasionally dropping coins and jewels on the ground below. The spiders that live in the Cloud of Wonders are able to parachute on the winds using their webs, collecting valuables from across the world to store it in a cloud for unknown, spidery reasons. The Cloud of Wonders is thought to be just a legend, but some have claimed otherwise. They say that if a spider drops on your head, there's a gold coin nearby. And if a coin drops on your head, well, then at least your funeral is paid for. The next location mixes Jotunheim and the kami spirit world of Japan. I came up with a mountainside village and graveyard, something that evoked the cold mountains of Jotunheim, but the warmth of Japanese historical districts. Town, which I've named Morningtown, is inspired by Spirited Away. Mount Headstone and its village of Morningtown are quite peaceful and comforting, until you look up and see Grandpa's giant face staring down at you. The dead are interred within giant carved effigies of themselves. It goes back to an ancient tradition that says souls inhabit things that look like human faces. While Morningtown is somber during the day, it's much more lively during the night. The mourners celebrate the lives of the departed while the faces keep eternal, silent vigils. Our final location takes inspiration from the Minotaur's Labyrinth and the city of Prague. Behold, the great city of Amaz of Haven Bay. So named because when the ancestors of the modern Amazi first happened upon these islands, with the pride of discovery swelling in their chests, what is that, a maze? Long before the ancestors arrived, a complex stone maze was built on its islands, and thus the new city was named Amaze. As the city grew upwards, the pronunciation drifted. Amaze became Amazon, which in turn became Amazon. But some names are so powerful that they draw the ire of trademark lawyers from across dimensions. On one fateful night, as thunder rolled and the sky tore open, a dragon descended upon the city. It cried through ash and embers, "Cease and desist." And thus the name was changed to Amaz. In the centuries since, the city has adopted the motto, "De mullies appellere provoco fututum matris," which roughly translates to something like, "We're not taking any suggestions on the name." I hope you have enjoyed my artwork and writing. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.